Hello there guys, and welcome to another Forza Horizon 5 video on my channel. It is now the winter dry season of Series 29 Community Choice on Forza Horizon 5 Mexico, and that means that we have another full walkthrough of the festival playlist here on the channel. So as usual, we'll be going through all the challenges in the festival playlist, covering all of the sections and making sure that we do not miss out a single challenge in this week's winter festival playlist. So this is the place to come if you want to listen to all of my tips, tricks and the tunes that I offer for each of these challenges. I'll give you a quick walkthrough of each challenge. I'll show some clips for each of them. Head over to my garage to give you my tunes. So we will cover all of the challenges in this video. So without any further ado, let's get into it and look at our seasonal rewards. Righty ho, so as I said, we will be starting the video with the season and series rewards. This is a tradition with my videos, so if you are a veteran of the SG YouTube channel, you'll know that I do this in every festival playlist video that I do. If you are new, we'll be covering these season and series rewards now, so that you know what you're working towards when you complete all of these challenges, and then we will work through the rest of the festival playlist in chronological order with each of the challenges. So, for the winter dry season, we have 73 points, as we had last week. I have unlocked 4 so far, and if you're wondering how I might have done that, that is because I did the monthly events last week. We'll be covering these near the end of the video, and I'll explain how that works, but that is how I've got 4 points, because I did them last week. So, the 20-point reward for the winter season is the Bugatti Huayra. This is an exclusive returning from Horizon 4. It was last seen in Horizon 4. I'm not sure which other titles it was in the Horizon Motorsport franchises. And then we also have the Mercedes-Benz 280 SL, an exclusive, also returned to the game. So both of these are only available in the festival playlist and the auction house. So if you are a bit short on credits, I would recommend that you complete these festival playlist challenges so that you'll be able to get it for free. Without having to spend credits in the auction house to get these rare cars. Moving over to the entire series for the Community Choice Festival playlist, as you can see, I have already unlocked 98 points and the Nissan GT-R 20 out of the 292 points available in the whole series. So for the 80-point reward, I've just mentioned it, is the 2020 Nissan GT-R Nismo, a hard to find exclusive car, which the community picked to return in this festival playlist as per the Community Choice survey that the developers released a few months ago. And if you don't know, that's how this whole festival playlist on month is carved, including the Evolving World PR Stunts and the Evolving World theme, which of course is the Midnight to Horizon neon theme. That was all picked by the community in that survey that they released a few months ago. And also picked as a reward was the 2021 Porsche 911 GT3, and that is your 160 point reward for the whole series. So if you've completed the summer and autumn series more or less fully, you'll be able to unlock the 911 this week. However, if you only tend to get 40 points each week like I do, then you probably have to wait until the spring season for this one. But if you follow this guide, you can easily get 40 points, and if you want to go all the way, then of course you can do that as well. Moving away from the season and series rewards, we move straight on to our first section of the festival playlist, Forzathon events. As usual, there is the weekly challenge, the daily challenges and the Forzathon shop to look at. So let's start off with the Forzathon weekly challenge, No Substitute. This will get you 5 points towards the playlist and 80 or 160 Forzathon points. You'll be able to get those extra 80 Forzathon points if you own the La Casa Soliguera house. If you do own that house, you get double Forzathon points in any Forzathon related event, and that also includes Horizon Arcade, where of course you get Forzathon points as your reward for completing each round. If you don't own that house, you'll of course only get half of the Forzathon points, or the standard amount. So owning that house is definitely a beneficial thing to do, because you get double Forzathon points, which means you'll be able to buy more cars from the Forzathon shop. Okay, so let's move straight on then to the challenges that are involved in this weekly challenge. So the first one, New Year, New Porsche, is to own and drive the 1966 Porsche 906 Carrera 6. Now I believe, to the best of my knowledge, that this car was added at the start of the month back to the game, and it went straight into the auto show, and it is available in the auto show for 2 million credits. I bought it there using 2 million credits. There are of course the auto show vouchers available as well. If you want to waste your real life money on them rather than using in-game credits, then by all means, not exactly encouraging that, but they are always available. However, this car is also available, as you've probably noticed here, in the Horizon Forzathon shop. It is for 700 Forzathon points. We'll have a quick look in there later, but if you do want to own the car, you haven't got 2 million credits, or you just prefer to spend some Forzathon points instead, it is available in there. Personally, I think that the 2 million credits is the better option. I haven't checked the values in the auction house, however, with it being an auto show car, I would imagine it would be similar to the price in the auto show. Once you've got your 1966 Porsche, feel free to put a tune on it. If you do want to use a tune, I have created one. It is an S1900, basically a power build. It's using semi-slick race tyres, all of the brakes, suspension and whatever that you need, and then I've pretty much maxed out the stock engine. Or it might not, it's not the stock engine, it's an upgraded engine, but I can't remember what engine it is because I did it the other day. So if you want to download that tune, I'll pop up the thing on screen so you can see the name of the tune and the share code. It is available under my gamer tag Shylo 2017. It's the only tune I've got for this car, so you should be able to find it fairly easily. Now then, once you are in your 906 and you've decided if you want to put a tune on it, you can move on to Chapter 2, Placed by Hand. For this, you simply need to take a photo of your Porsche 906. Go anywhere on the map, you can literally just start wherever you've got in your car, open up photo mode, and just make sure that the car, or some part of the car, is in the photo and it should complete it. Important to note, probably nothing will happen in the photo mode unless you've got your Horizon promo on the go, so you need to back out with the photo mode, and then it should say that the Chapter 2 is complete. Moving on swiftly, we have Chapter 3, Hill Climber, and that requires you to drive to La Gran Caldera. So, assuming that you haven't or that you aren't currently at the La Gran Caldera, I just completely butchered the pronunciation, and that my mouth did not want to pronounce that at all. So, assuming that you aren't already there, you just need to drive to La Gran Caldera. I'm not really sure where on La Gran Caldera you need to go. And if you're wondering what La Gran Caldera is, by the way, it is the massive mountain in the map. It's like the only one that's like really, really tall. So if you're wondering what that is what that is. I'm assuming that you just need to like go somewhere on the mountain, like on the road section, on the dirt section, or at the top. I'm not really too sure. I will go and test it now to make sure, but I would assume that you just need to drive anywhere on La Gran Caldera to get that completed. And then finally for Chapter 4, Tunnelling Through, you need to win the Tunnel Run Street Race event. I'm not really too sure where that is on the map, however if you filter to your map to street races only, just go around. It's one of the ones that in the city that either starts in the city or finishes in the city. So go and find it. Enter the race. You do not need to have your difficulty to set to anything specific. So if you want to turn it down all the way to tourist to make sure that you aren't going to get beaten by any cheating AI, feel free to do so. Make sure you win the race. Make sure you're in the Porsche 906 as well. And then once you're done, you should be able to have finished the Forzathon weekly challenge and get your 5 points in the Forzathon points. As per usual, we're not going to spend too long on the Forzathon daily challenges. There are 7 of them, and they unlock once every day at 3:30 PM GMT. No, sorry, they don't, because we're still in... No, yes they do. Do they? Is it 3:30 or 2:30? I believe it's 3:30. Apologies for my momentary lack of remembrance there. So it's 3:30 PM GMT every day. So 6 of them will overlap into the spring season because they each last for 7 days. So you'll only need to complete the first one that unlocked by the start of the spring season. So I tend to do most of the other challenges first, then if I need a couple of more points to get 40 points, I do a couple of the daily challenges once a few of them have unlocked. So if you do need any help with them throughout the week, contact me in the comment section through my Xbox gamer tag Shylo 2017 or my Discord username Shylo 2017 with a lowercase s. If you use Discord, just add me as a friend, let me know you're contacting me regarding the YouTube channel, and I'll be more than happy to help you out with the daily challenges. And finally, to wrap up the first section of the Winter Festival playlist, we have the Horizon Forzathon shop. Now, of course, we've already mentioned the Porsche 906 there for 700 Forzathon points. If you have some Forzathon points lying around, feel free to buy that there. Then we also have the 2016 Ford Mustang Shelby GT350R for 200 Forzathon points. I'm not really aware of what it is in the auto show. I believe it's about 150,000, so I'm not really sure if it's worth spending the Forzathon points here, but feel free if you want to. As you can see, I've got over 18,500 Forzathon points lying around. I don't really buy anything anymore apart from a couple of these hot deals. I've bought a couple of things over the festive period to gift and what have you. Then we also have the Senko's tank top with some mural on it, and the ring emote if you are interested in your character's dance at the end of a race. I am not personally, but if you are, it is always there. Next in order of our chronological work through of the festival playlist is the seasonal events section. This contains the trial, 2 times EventLabs, seasonal playground games, 3 times seasonal PR Stunts, a seasonal championship and the Horizon Tour co-op championships. We'll start off with the trial, Heroes of the Hour. This will get you 10 points towards the festival playlist and a Maserati Levante. The restriction for this one is C-Class Sports Utility Heroes, and it will be on dirt racing. So as per the usual SG routine, let's head over to my garage, to my favourite section, and I'll show you which cars I've got for you for this challenge. Okay, so just the 2 suggestions for you for this trial event. We have the 2020 Land Rover Defender 110X. For some reason I was going to call that a Lamborghini then, far from it, but maybe it will be someday with the right tune. So this one was made during the Horizon World Cup, hence my spectacular GBR livery there. So if you want to go and download it, feel free. And there's also a bunch of other Horizon World Cup themed liveries on my storefront, which I lovingly made during that series 4 I think it was. So this has got quite a lot of horsepower. It's got a rear wing on it, which looks a bit bizarre, I can't lie. Can't really remember making the tune. However, it is good off-road, and that's all that matters on a dirt racing event. I've also made, though, just this week, a tune for the Mini JCW Countryman. So this is running off-road race tyres, stock horsepower, I believe, unless I put a bit of extra horsepower in there. I think it might have some weight reduction, some brakes. So it's really good off-road, plenty of grip, so hopefully that will be a good option for you as well if you choose to use it. So both of those tunes are shared under my gamer tag Shylo 2017. Following that, we have the 2 EventLabs, and the first one this week is by Nova Crush. It is called Horizon Club Circuit in brackets Hot Hatch, and it will get you 3 points towards the festival playlist and a super wheel spin reward. So this is basically racing past the famous Horizon Hotel. Most of you will probably know that. The streets near Playa Azul, so it covers all of the hot hatches, including normal hot hatch, retro hot hatch and super hot hatch. The creator recommended A-class and below, so for once the developers have actually listened, and they have made the restriction B-class any hot hatch. So as I mentioned, it can be hot hatch, retro hot hatch or super hot hatch. So let's head over to my garage and see what hot hatches I've got, and I'm a bit sick of saying hot hatch now, so let's go and do that. So I actually have 8 suggestions for you for this first event lab, and that is because the restriction of course covers 3 categories in my garage. So we have the 2011 Audi RS3 Sportback. I believe that I actually suggested this last week, or it might have been the week before for one of the event labs. I used it myself and it's actually surprisingly good, although do be careful on the brakes. The creator also mentioned about it being a grip build, so this 2003 Ford Focus RS will be perfect for that. We also have a Honda Prelude SI. I believe this is tuned by Stevie02175, so I will check that and try and remember to put it in the description. We have my 2016 Honda Civic Type R with a beautiful livery that makes it go faster. Then moving on over here, we have the Mini JCW from 2012, again a grip build. And then we finish off with 3 VWs, the 1992 Golf, the 2010 Golf R and the 2014 Golf R. All 3 of these were tuned for my golf battle video that I did with Robert, Valdez87. So shout out to Robert if you are watching, one of my long time viewers. I think Robert's favourite was the 2010, however all 3 of these I've selected from the bunch of Golfs that we used in that video, and I believe these are the 3 best in terms of grip and overall power to weight. The second and final event lab from the week is a Stadio GP circuit outside from WRXQW, and it's a street race held in the hills of Guanajuato with narrow country roads, and the creator claims that it's a good place to learn the ropes of street scene racing. I personally don't really like street scene, so apologies for that, but we'll give it a go anyway. So this will get you 3 points and a Dodge SRT Demon, and the restriction is S1 class hypercars. Now that isn't better. So I actually only have 2 suggestions for this event lab under S1 hypercars, and they both come from Lamborghini. We have the 2016 Centenario that featured in my FH5 2 years of video. I think that's the 3rd week in a row that I've managed to plug that video. So if you want to watch it, a lot of editing time went into that one and a lot of playing time as well. So I will link that in the description or on the end screen, or alternatively you can find it on the channel. We also have then the Lamborghini Aventador from 2016. It's got quite a lot more horsepower, pretty much identical weight, however it is significantly cheaper, and also apparently accelerates and launches a bit better. But both of these cars, great cars, so either of them should help you get this challenge completed. Now, for the first time this month, as far as I'm aware, we have a seasonal playground games to look at called Working For or Against. It will get you 3 points and a Honda S2000. I'm not really sure why they bother calling the seasonal playground games anything, because it's just playground games. You can't really do anything different with it. However, of course, for playground games, you do not need to actually win, so even if you are on the losing side, you will still get the reward, so don't worry about quitting or anything if you feel like you're losing. There is no point in doing that, because you'll still get the reward anyway. So it's basically, I tend to just try and have a bit of fun. If you lose, you lose. If you win, then that's obviously a bit of a bonus for your morals. So the restriction for this one is S2 class anything goes, which is interesting given it's playground games. Probably quite a crazy category. We're going to have a bunch of rear-wheel drive LaFerraris running around the arena. But let's head over to my garage once more. So I would say that I've tried to pick cars that are not quite as crazy, but that would probably be lying, because all 3 of these cars that I've got for you here are quite mental. However, I've tried to pick the ones that are more suitable and most controllable in the sense of playground games, dashing around the arena. So we've got the Arielatum V8, which is basically maxed out. Then we have an Audi RS6 Avant with rally tyres, I believe, with 2JZ in it from the Supra, so again, absolutely nuts car with the wide body. And then we have the tried and trusted Hoonigan RS200, absolutely fantastic car. I believe that my tune is one of the best out there. Probably isn't, I'm just saying that for the purposes of it. It gets featured in pretty much every video that I have done on this channel, even in Horizon 4. Absolute god of a car, so if you want to use that one, it will get you very, very far indeed. And here we go again. It is seasonal PR stunt time. So those of you that have watched one of my videos before, even just one, you know exactly what is going to happen here. I'm going to talk you through the restrictions, and then I'm going to show you a clip of me completing each of the PR stunts first run. So if I fail, you'll get to see the fail, but hopefully that will not happen. Last week I managed to do all 3 of them first try, so let's hope that that is the case this week as well, although I've probably just jinxed myself. So to be safe, I'm just going to touch wood. There we go. So the restriction for all of these this week is A-Class Super GT, not to be confused with GT cars, because that is a separate restriction. They will also get you 2 points towards the playlist and a super wheel spin each. So we have the Kalina Danger Sign, the River Run Speed Zone, and the Horizon Baja Speed Trap. Now, as far as I'm aware, the Speed Trap here is an evolving world PR stunt, but I believe that the other 2 are not. Oh no, actually, having said that, the River Run is also an evolving world PR stunt as well. So let's head over to my garage. I'll show you my Super GT cars, and I'll roll the clips. Now, I must admit, I did have a bit of a difficulty when choosing which cars to use for this challenge, because quite a lot of the Super GT are either really expensive or festival playlist exclusives. They are also mostly S1 class as well, so tuning them to A class was a bit difficult. So I have got the 2009 Mercedes-Benz SL65 here, which I actually tuned last week for a race event. However, for the danger sign, this will probably be completely suitable, because it's got plenty of power and straight line speed. And then I also built the 2011 Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG. You will have to splash 200,000 credits on this. However, I've made it into an off-road monster with some off-road race tyres, all-wheel drive, Forza Aero, I do apologise, race brakes and all of the good bits to make it capable of ripping up the speed zone and the speed trap. So I was going to use the Ferrari California T until I realised that that's a Festival Playlist exclusive. So these are the two cars that we've got to use. So I'll hop in them now and let's get these PR stunts knocked out of the park. Now, admittedly, I did have to do a bit of tune adjustments for this first PR stunt. However, I did get it done in the end by tweaking my aero to make it go faster in the straights, and obviously grippier in the corners. So I will share a version of each of those tunes so that you can download it and switch between the tunes yourself so that you've got maximum speed on the straight to build up that speed for the jump.
You have arrived at your destination. Arrived at your destination.
Moving on to the latter two events of the seasonal events section, we have the one and only seasonal championship for this week, Horsepower to the People. 5 points towards the festival playlist and a Mitsubishi Galant VR4 is your reward. It is on cross-country racing series and the restriction is A-Class Unlimited Off-Road and Buggies. Now I'm not sure if it means unlimited buggies and unlimited off-road or unlimited off-road and just buggies. But I've gone with the former, so let's see if that's correct. Okay then, so starting off with the buggies for this, we have the 2016 Ariel Nomad, which is equipped with all-wheel drive, off-road race tyres, and some Forza Aero, and some also put some lights on the top as well, so that you can see better. Continuing the buggy theme, we have the Exomotive Exo set, again with all-wheel drive and rally tyres or off-road tyres to make it grip better. Then we have the Extreme Ease, so the number 99 Chip Ganassi Hummer one is representing basically all of the Extreme Ease because they're exactly the same car just with a different paint job. So I believe this is the one that you can buy in the auto show for 700,000 credits, whereas some of the others or most of the others are festival playlist exclusives. So my tune for this one, you could technically put it on all of them if you use the same parts, however hopefully this is the most available to all of you. Then we have the Ford number 25 Brocky Bronco from 2017 if you want to use that. We have the Jeep Trailcat from 2016 and then I think that is it. Yes it is. And to round off the seasonal events section, we have the Horizon Tour Co-op Championships for 8 points. Yes, you heard me right, 8 points. For some reason, the developers have decided to do it again, and they are deciding to give us 8 points for completing a Horizon Tour against driver tires that are on difficulty of tourist. Not really sure why. The first time they did it, I thought it was an accident, but then when I watched the overview for this month, which was incorporated into last month's Winter Wonderland, I realised that yes, they had indeed done it on purpose, and I'm not really sure why. However, all you need to do to get this completed is enter a Horizon Tour Championship. The actual Horizon 2 icon, where the place where you can actually go on the map to enter these, is within the Horizon main festival, on like the northeast of the main festival if you're looking at it on the map. And you can go there and enter a championship. It'll just pick a random selection for you of like what terrain it's going to be on and what car restriction. It can be completely random. It doesn't have to be a normal restriction like it is in the festival playlist. And you basically go up with a team, so if you're in a convoy, it'll be people from your convoy versus driver tires. If not, it'll be a bunch of randoms, and you, in between the races, you drive between them, and basically you've just got to complete it. You don't even have to win, but if you don't win, then I would be slightly concerned, because it is incredibly easy. And you get 8 points for doing that, which is, so I would definitely recommend that you do spend the 20 minutes or so that requires to complete it. We are 2 sections down and we have 3 sections to go. However, as always, these last 3 are going to be very quick in the grand scheme of things. So first of all, in the challenges section, we have the treasure hunt Whipping Up a Storm. This will get you 3 points towards the festival playlist and 250,000 credits once you smash through the treasure chest. So as always, I'll go through the treasure clue, what you need to do, and then I'll show you the exact location of where the treasure chest is located. So once we get to that point, if you don't want to see it, you want to go and find it yourself, feel free to do so and then come back to the video so that you don't get it spoilt for yourself if that's what you want to do. So the treasure clue is start the Hurricane as you drive circles around Mexico. So for this one, all you need to do is hop into any Lamborghini Hurricane. Now there are apparently 5 of these in the game: the Hurricane Evo, the Standard Hurricane, the Hurricane SDO, Hurricane Technica, and the Hurricane something or other, whatever the other one is. So some of these are exclusive, some of them are DLC, so if you don't own any of them, then the easiest one to hop in is the one that's on this thumbnail here, the 2014 Lamborghini Hurricane LP610-4. That is in the auto show for a couple of 100,000 credits, and then all you need to do is get, I believe it's an ultimate burnout skill. So if you go somewhere on the map where there's quite a lot of space, like the drag strip or the stadium or somewhere like that, and then just rev it up, and then just release and hold your toggle or your keyboard steering to the left or the right on full lock, and then just keep the throttle down. You'll probably end up doing a bit of a really wide donut kind of thing, and then once you get the awesome or ultimate burnout, it should say that the treasure challenge is complete, and then it will give you a clue. You'll be able to can't get my words out. You'll be able to go ahead and find the treasure chest. But you don't need to, because I'm going to show you anyway. But if you do want to do that, then of course feel free to do so. Okay then, so let's go ahead and find that treasure chest. So this is your clue. Once you've completed the challenge, you will get the treasure clue. And you can see, gives you a bit of a hint as to where it is. Now I knew instantly where this was, but if you're not as experienced, you might not have picked up on this before, you might not know where it is. This is the circle that we get given here, and you need to go to this location here. So it's kind of a stadium built into the city that you can't access for some strange reason, but this is where it is. Smash through the chest and you get yourself 250,000 credits. So that is where the treasure chest is located. Hopefully you'll be able to locate it. Pressing on, we have the second and final challenge of the challenges section. It is the photo challenge, #BeachSavvy. It will get you 2 points and a Windows Ta-da horn reward. I quite like to change my horn, to be fair, because I quite like listening to different horns when I'm playing the Eliminator. But all you need to do for this photo challenge is to take a photo of any Renault at Player Azul. So if you don't know where Player Azul is, it's on the very east of the map. It is the town, like the beach resort on the east of the map. You need to go anywhere within it. So it is this here by this event lab. Go anywhere within it, get in any Renault, open photo mode, get a bit of the town in, bit of your Renault, and it should have both ticks on the photo challenge for #BeachSavvy. Swiftly surpassing that section and moving on to the monthly events section, we have the 4 monthly Rivals events. So we have the 2 normal ones and we have the 2 Forza EV Rivals events. Now, as I alluded to at the start of the video, I have completed all these already. As you can see, they're all in gold. However, you can still complete them, and you can actually complete them in any season of the series. So I completed them last week in autumn. However, I could have completed them in summer. I could complete them this week, or I could complete them in spring. Regardless of when you complete them, it will add the points onto all of the other seasons. So even if you complete them now, the points for summer and autumn will be added on, as well as to the total for the series. All you need to do for all of these is post a clean lap to complete. So you have to enter each of them individually. It will put you in the car and the track for that designated Rivals event, and then all you need to do is make sure that you don't hit anything, because that will flag your time. Make sure you don't use rewind, and make sure you don't miss any checkpoints, because all of those will flag your lap. So if you notice an exclamation mark next to your time, that means it's flagged or dirty, and you don't want that, so make sure that you get a clean lap. You don't need to beat your rival, so it doesn't really matter which rival you pick for this challenge, unless you are specifically trying to set a faster time. You don't need to beat your rival. And then once you've done that, quit out of the event, and it should have completed it. And do that for all 4 of them. Like I said, you don't need to do them this week. You don't need to do all of them now, but it will get you 4 points for each of them for the series, and then that'll be split across the season. So 1 for each season for each challenge. So in total, that's 4 for each season and 16 for the series for these monthly Rivals events. And for the latter part of the video, we have the Rally expansion and the Hot Wheels expansion events. Of course, to do these, you need to own both of the expansions. So you could have bought them as part of the expansions bundle or as part of the premium add-ons bundle. They are both still available as far as I am aware on the Microsoft Store or elsewhere, wherever you get them from. So like I said, you do need to own those to be able to access these challenges. You also need to have reached a certain point in the campaign of these expansions. So I know that for Hot Wheels you need to get to the S2 class tier because it works up the classes. And for the Rally Adventure events, you need to have reached a certain point as well to be able to unlock these Festal Playlist challenges. You do have to play through them a bit first. But once you do, you'll be able to access them. So there's a PR Stunt and a Championship for each. The PR Stunts require the same cars as the ones on the main map, so we won't go over them any further. As for the seasonal championships, we have C-Class Classic Rally and B-Class Modern Rally. So I'll head over to my garage, show you some cars, and then we'll wrap up the video. Okay then, so for the Classic Rally, I only have a couple of suggestions for this one. So we've got the 1973 Alpine A110 over here, running. It is rear-wheel drive, but with off-road race tyres. Then at the other end here, we have the Volvo 242 from 1983. I will admit I did accidentally tune it to B-Class first, and then realised that I was wrong, so I created a C-Class tune. But if in your spare time you want to check out the B-Class tune as well, by all means feel free to do so. As for the B-Class Modern Rally, I do have a couple of suggestions for that as well, and they consist of the Mitsubishi from 2004 and the Mitsubishi from 2008, and then we have the Subaru Impreza from 2005 there. So that is all my suggestions for these expansion events. That just about wraps up the winter/dry season of Forza Horizon 5 Community Choice, guys. Thank you very much for watching, as always. I hope that my tips and tricks and tunes have helped you to complete this week's challenges to unlock the exclusive rewards, and of course work towards your series rewards as well. Not mentioning, of course, the individual awards for the prizes as well. So thank you very much for watching. As I said, if you did enjoy it, would be greatly appreciated if you could join me on the journey to 400 subscribers by clicking that subscribe button. I know that everybody says it, but genuinely it does mean a lot. It motivates me to create these videos each week, and of course, as I mentioned on the first video of the year 2 weeks ago, I am on a mission to upload as many videos as I can this year, be consistent in my uploading, get at least 2 or 3 Festal Playlist guides out each month. And of course I will try to start streaming for the year as well. I did say that last week, I haven't been able to do it this week, but we will get that started for the year as well. So thank you very much for your support as always, guys. I hope you did enjoy, I hope it was helpful, and I will see you in the spring season for the final guide of the month. Thank you, and I'll see you then. Bye!